Hey guys, welcome back to the Creative Shack. My name's Lisa and today we are going to be doing some Memorial Day DIYs. Okay, so it is May, the sun is shining finally, so why not do some Memorial Day DIYs? It's right around the corner. These turned out beautiful, guys. Everything was from the Dollar Tree, or some things were less than $1. Memorial Day is a time to, really celebrate, and it is very dear to my heart. So guys, let's get started.
Okay, for the first DIY, we're going to start out with this wood round piece that I picked up at Dollar Tree. If you do not see these at Dollar Tree, pick them up at Hobby Lobby. You can get them for actually cheaper if you get them in bulk. But I actually found mine at Dollar Tree. So all I did was I just stained it with my waverly wax, have it dry for about 5 minutes, and then what you can see here is I actually took masking tape and kind of did stripes with it. They're not supposed to be perfect, that kind of thing. But then I went in with my chunky brush from Dollar Tree with some red acrylic paint and just give it a rough paint. And then you can see here is I put some blue and then I put some white acrylic paint. Now just remember guys, it's not supposed to be perfect. I really want it to be vintage, old, antique-ish looking, that kind of thing. After that, I decided to pull up the tape and then give it a really rough sand. And I mean a really rough sand. Like, this took me a little bit. The more the better, in my opinion. I don't want it to look new. So anyway, I decided to put this really pretty saying on this wood round. Our flag does not fly because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of each soldier who died protecting it. This is a great saying for our troops out there. So anyway, I put that on, and then you guys can see here is this is a bandana. So I just took this bandana. I found this bandana at Hobby Lobby for 49 cents. Okay, you can pick up bandanas like this at Dollar Tree, and all I did was just kind of wrap it on the edge of that, and then all I did was put some greenery on there right inside that bandana just to give it a little bit more, and that was about it, guys. This one was beautiful. Okay, for this next DIY is very simple. You're gonna pick up one of these stars from Dollar Tree. They always have these. So what I suggest doing is just giving it a little sand around the edges. And then I just decided to take this scrapbook piece of paper from Hobby Lobby. I always pick up my scrapbook pieces of paper at Hobby Lobby because you can get them for 40% off on top of the 59 cents. So anyway, I decided to stain the back of the star and the sides of it with my waverly wax. And then what I decided to do was I actually took a glue stick and stuck the piece of paper onto the star, and then I just sanded the edges, and then after that I took some of my waverly wax and just went over the edges just to give it a nice clean touch on there. And that little bit always makes a big difference. And then you guys can see here I just did a light coat of Mod Podge right on top of the star. And that was about it, guys. Okay, for the next DIY is one of these frames that you can pick up at Dollar Tree, and all I decided to do was just stain it with my waverly wax. And then I just wiped it off. And then after that, I decided to put this saying on here, in memory of many, in honor of all, thank you. And all I did was just put that on my Cricut and just do a text on there and just picked out a font that I really liked. That was about it. And then you guys, I found this ribbon at Hobby Lobby, which is perfect. And I decided to just put a little bit on the corner of that frame, and then just some of these little stars. You guys, this was so cute, so simple. I love this one as well. Okay, so I decided to do another hanging piece because I found this really beautiful saying about American soldiers, and I love this saying. I don't know, it was just really dear to my heart. So I did the same thing like I did the bigger one, did the waverly wax, and then I put that image right on there with my Cricut. And then I just took some Dollar Tree burlap and that ribbon that I got at Hobby Lobby and made a bow out of this. And then all I did was I just put that bow right onto the top of that, right like so. And then I decided to just take some nautical rope and just kind of, glue it right on there so it can hang. And you guys, if you just Google sayings like this one, and that you really like it, all you need is a sign. That's all you need is a blank sign and maybe a bow, maybe some greenery, that kind of thing. So as you can see, I just decided to just put some more security on there. So I just kind of put some more nautical rope on the back of that. And then all I did was just glue some of these stars on here. The saying on the sign is, American soldiers don't fight because they hate what's in front of them. They fight because they love what's behind them. This is definitely going on my door. Okay, for the next DIY is this house that you can get at Dollar Tree, but I got mine at Hobby Lobby. But just remember, you can get houses like this from Dollar Tree. And then what you want to do is you're going to get your favorite scrapbook piece of paper. In my opinion, I like this one because it is from Hobby Lobby and it has these beautiful vintage flags on here. This was 69 cents, guys, but just remember you get 40% off that 69 cents as well. And all I did was just glue that onto the house, give it a nice rough sand to give it that finished look. And then I just took this Waverly wax and stained the sides of it and make sure it dries completely. Okay. And then I decided to take this other paper. I did get this at Joann's, guys. I think it was like 99 cents, maybe even cheaper. And I found this little saying right here, braver together, and I love that. So all I did was just glue that right in the middle of that house, and then I just took some of my twine and just hot glued it on the back and just wrapped it around just to give it more of that texture in there. And then all I decided was just put a vintage button right on the little corner of that. Okay, so the last DIY is one of my favorites, guys. I picked up this can from Hobby Lobby for like 69-89 cents. You can pick up a can anywhere, guys, from your pantry to Dollar Tree, pretty much anywhere. Then I printed this on my computer. I just went to Google and I've just typed in vintage flag, American flag, and this is what kind of popped up. There's a bunch of them. I printed off my computer. I Mod Podge that right onto the can. And then what I decided to do is put a light coat of Mod Podge on top of that as well, so it can just like seal it pretty good. And then what I decided to do was go back on Google, and I found this image on Google. I just put American troops vintage, that kind of thing, and I saw this, printed it out on my computer. And then I got this paper from Hobby Lobby, and all I did was stick it right onto the paper, cut it to size, and all I did was just take those corners and just clip them off. And then I loved this vintage flag as well, so off this scrapbook piece of paper, and I did the same thing. And then I just took some dowels, and all I did was just glue that right onto the little pieces of paper. And then all I did was take my bucket, put some styrofoam in the bottom of there, and then take some of moss or anything that you have on hand, guys. And I'm just placing these into the can. And then I decided to take this charm that I found on clearance at Hobby Lobby. This was in the jewelry section. It's called the Explorer line, and I thought that was a great fit for this. I put a little green moss in there as well, and all I did was just place this little charm right in there. And then I decided to take that same scrapbook piece of paper I got at Joann's, and I found this little saying, brave, placing that right on that corner. And then I actually got some of these vintage buttons from my stepmother-in-law, and those came in so handy because it just makes that can and that little pitcher, and these came out so awesome, guys. These were all my favorite, but the last one was my truly favorite one. Let me know which one is your favorite, and if you guys like stuff like this, give me that thumbs up, and if you didn't subscribe, you can always subscribe, and I'll see you in our next one. Bye guys, take care.